the western meadowlark. If you come to the museum this week, make sure to find an educator with a green shirt and ask about our western meadowlark bio card. Let's start with how the western meadowlark fits in with the rest of the bird family. Its name is deceiving because the western meadowlark is not actually a lark. It actually belongs to the New World blackbird family, called Icteridae. Some of the other birds in this family include grackles, red-winged blackbirds, and orioles. It doesn't include crows or ravens, even though those are black birds, they belong to the group Corvidae. It also doesn't include Eurasian blackbirds, which belong to the thrush family. And even though the meadowlark's scientific genus, Sternella, means little starling, the starlings aren't in the blackbird family either. So that's a lot of birds that are not this one. Let's talk about what makes the western meadowlark unique. We'll start by breaking down its name. You can probably guess that the western meadowlark can be found in the western United States. That's one thing that helps distinguish it from the eastern meadowlark, which looks very similar, and the ranges do overlap in the middle, but the western meadowlark is mostly in the west, and the eastern meadowlark is mostly farther east. The meadow part of its name comes from this bird's preferred habitat. They live in open grasslands, prairies, and even in agricultural fields when they're close to humans. They mostly eat seeds in the fall and in the winter, and in the summer they poke around for insects. They stick their bill down into the dirt or into the base of a plant, and then pry it apart to make a hole where they can pull out bugs. This is called gaping, and it's actually a common behavior in the blackbird family. Many blackbirds have stronger muscles for opening their beaks than for closing their beaks. Finally, the lark part of their name probably comes, at least in part, from the meadowlark's beautiful song. Usually you won't see a meadowlark unless you've heard it first. And if you're from the western United States, you've probably heard this song before. While you listen to it, see if you can recognize it. When they were first described in the 1700s, taxonomists likely heard the meadowlark's song and thought they'd fit right in with the larks in Europe, which also have complex songs. But blackbirds are songbirds too, and the western meadowlark is a great example to show why and how those blackbirds fit into the songbird family. Their specific epithet, neglecta, means neglected or overlooked. When Audubon named them back in 1844, he said it was because they never got an official name during the expeditions to the west, even though people saw many of them while they were here. But they're not overlooked anymore. The western meadowlark is the state bird of 6 different states, so there are many people who have heard of them, and they're definitely well loved. Most male and female birds in the New World blackbird family look different from each other. The males are often noticeably larger than the females, even more so than in most other bird species. For example, the male great-tailed grackle is large and flashy with a really long tail, while the female is small and drab and brown. It's really similar for the red-winged blackbird. Males are large and females are small. But the western meadowlark is different. In this species, males and females look almost exactly the same. You can recognize them by their yellow chest and this dark V underneath their chin. During the breeding season, around February to August, these colors are very bright and the black V is very bold. But in the winter and through the rest of the year, and also when the birds are younger, these colors are a little bit more dull, and that black V is not so distinct. Sometimes they have sort of a brownish cast over the entire bird. If you live out here in the west, this is a common, easily recognizable bird to go out looking for. On February 12th, the Great Backyard Bird Count is going to begin, which is a global project to help count birds all around the world. It's a great way to help ornithologists and to improve your birding skills while staying safe and socially distanced. You can check out birdcount.org to see how you can help, and if you spend time in the right spots, you might even get a look at a western meadowlark. So that's all for today. Be sure to visit our social media and our website to find old videos, to send us drawings, and to see the upcoming plants and animals. You can even look ahead to see the organisms for the rest of the semester and start thinking about your questions now. We'll be back next week with the walrus. Have a great week and we'll see you soon.